The NFL season is quickly approaching, and surprise, surprise, that comes with one ornament on top of all of it. You guessed it, guys. People saying that the Chiefs are not going to win the AFC West. Uh, we have another bit of hullabaloo from another loudmouth something somewhere. And guys, I just have to do it. I just have to make another video on it in an article titled, and actually, so one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because the author of this article makes a point that I've never even thought to make on this point. So I did want to get to that as well. I didn't want to take credit for someone else's idea, but I do want to get it out there. Former NFL wideout makes bold AFC West prediction for 2025 from Yardbarker by Colby Colwell. So good job there, Colby. The Kansas City Chiefs have dominated the AFC West for the past decade, winning the division title in each of the last 9 seasons. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes is a ridiculous 35-5 against AFC West opponents in his career. As impressive as that is, the Chiefs have not been as dominant lately, winning each of their 5 divisional games in 2024 by a single score. That's not the point that's going to be made later, but Kansas City has won an NFL record 17 consecutive games decided by one score, including 11 from last season. It was still enough to reach a 5th Super Bowl in 6 years, where the Chiefs were denied an historic three-peat, 40-22, by the Philadelphia Eagles, not a one-score game. The inability to put most teams away, combined with improvements made by other teams in the division, has the Chiefs as vulnerable as they have been in a while. ESPN analyst and former wide receiver Harry Douglas believes their reign atop the AFC West will end this season. So here's the quote worth listening to, and we're about to get to the point made by the author. For the first time since Patrick Mahomes has become the starter for the Kansas City Chiefs, they will not win the AFC West, Douglas said during an appearance on Friday's edition of ESPN's Get Up. I am going with the Denver Broncos because of how fantastic they were on defense a season ago. But how they've upgraded this season as well. It's a strange sentence. Adding a linebacker in Dre Greenlaw, adding Talanoa Hufanga at the safety position. That first-round pick was Jahdae Barron from Texas, Douglas said. But when you look at the offensive side of the ball, I look at a guy in Bo Nix who has the ability to grasp a Sean Payton offense and run it to perfection in his rookie season. Now, here's where I will agree with the Mr. Douglas here. If anyone is going to beat the Chiefs for the AFC West, I do believe it will be the Broncos. I think that the Broncos have the best overall team in the division outside of the Chiefs. I think that their offense and their quarterback, I guess I should say the quarterback, is high upside and low or high downside. Low downside, I don't know exactly. He's got a high floor. I think that he does have a high floor in the NFL, though I think that it is possible that part of what that high floor means is that he's close to the top of his developmental ceiling. I don't know that I saw anything in college from him, from Bo Nix, that makes me think he will be a better quarterback, a markedly better quarterback moving forward in his NFL career than he has already proven to be. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that he is already operating near the ceiling of his abilities. Now, moving on to a very important point here. The Chiefs won the AFC West by 4 games last season. This is from the author. In all of the videos this offseason that I have made on this subject, because it just keeps coming up and it's just so fun to talk about, I have never thought to make that point. The Kansas City Chiefs did not just win the division last year. The Kansas City Chiefs won the division by 4 games. Here's what that means. Remember earlier when the author said that the Chiefs won their 5 divisional games by XYZ scores. Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. The Chiefs could have lost 4 of those games, and I believe would have still won the division because they had tiebreakers. Well, no, I guess that wouldn't work though if you had the same record as somebody. But to win the division by 4 games is not a small margin of victory. To win remember guys, they went 15-2. Could have gone 16-1. Like, there's no guarantee that the Broncos would have beaten the Chiefs in that final week of the season had they actually played their starters. But they didn't. So they didn't even have to win the game to win the division. They didn't have to win the game in order to take the number 1 seed in the NFL. Or in the AFC, I guess I should say. But I don't know if it would have ended up being the number 1 seed in the NFL. It would have been tied for the number 1 seed in the NFL. I don't know what the tiebreakers would have looked like. The Chiefs won the AFC West by 4 games last season, but the Broncos and Los Angeles Chargers both made the playoffs and appear to be heading in the right direction. Even the Las Vegas Raiders, who finished last season in the division in 2020, even the Las Vegas Raiders, who finished last in the division in 2024, shouldn't be overlooked as a team that can pick up some divisional wins if everything aligns. As we have grown accustomed to by now, the AFC West runs through the Chiefs until someone steps up to take it from them. With so many close calls last season, the improvements by the other teams in the division, there is no better time than now for one of them to take advantage and end Kansas City's remarkable run. You know what the weird thing is about articles like this? You know what the weird thing is about statements like this from this Mr. Douglas fella? All the times that they mention how much better the Broncos have gotten this offseason, and I think they have. I think that's fair. All the times that they mention how much better the Chargers have gotten this offseason. I'm not as big a fan of what the Chargers did this offseason. They had a good offseason last offseason. None of these articles ever mention how much better the Kansas City Chiefs have gotten this off season. I think the Kansas City Chiefs, and you can go and look at the playlist on the channel, the 2024 NFL or 2025 NFL draft playlist here on the channel, where I talk about all of the draft picks and all of the UDFAs they signed. I think that this could be as influential an NFL draft for the Kansas City Chiefs as was 2022 or 2021 for that matter, and we just saw all 3 pieces of all 3 big pieces of the 2021 draft class end up re-signing. First Nick Bolton, then Creed Humphrey, and then Trey Smith. So if this is a draft as influential as the 2022 NFL draft, then guys, this is not just the beginning of another season where the Chiefs will win the AFC West. This is the first season kicking off the next leg of the franchise, of the dynasty. That's what this season would be if this NFL draft class is as impactful as that 2022 draft class. And really, it starts at number 1 with Joshua Simmons. Because if that guy is who it is we think he can be, who it is every scout thought he could be if he was healthy. I don't mean scouts liked him. I don't mean a scout here, a scout there liked him. I mean everyone to a man said this guy is a top 15 talent if healthy. Everyone. And if the Chiefs have the left tackle position figured out for a half decade on a rookie contract, there's not going to be much anyone can do to derail what it is the Kansas City Chiefs are going to accomplish. That is all I have for this video. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. If you find yourself here by chance but not design, the Chiefs are the only thing I talk about on the channel, dropping multiple videos every single week. And as always, I hope to have you back for the next one.